Fragments of Silicon for when your review scores are lower than hell.
Review scores lower than hell. Okay.
I'm
we don't
assuming
I was
that's...
watching some stuff about Diablo.
Yep.
What the fuck earlier?
Diablo Immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, just we don't use review scores. At least
I know.
not serious. I'm like, I know occasionally have like a 7 out of 10 that's more a generality than a this game seems like an actual verifiable number.
Mm-hmm.
Like, anyway, welcome to another installment of Fragments of Silicon. Let's see, I guess we should start out with the programming notes. In that very last minute, our guest had to cancel out this week due to a family emergency of top priority. Like, I won't reveal what that was on the air, but it is indeed serious. And to everyone who was hoping to hear more about like Toontown Rewritten and the like, that's now happening in August. So these things go sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not the first time we've had this. Obviously, it will not be the last. Like, anyway, so let's get into the news proper. And Teddy, start us off this week.
I guess the biggest thing that happened to me over the week was I had to replace some bolts from my office chair I have here in my room. So yeah, that was fun. So yeah, got that taken care of. Thankfully, no other bolts have broken and or fallen out. So, hooray! And then yeah, just been kind of playing through what's it called, Scarlet Nexus. Just because it's large and I just want to get it done so I can delete it off my computer. Because it's from Game Pass, so it's like,
I think we covered that briefly one of the times we had Bandai Namco people on the show.
Something like that.
Granted, that was a while ago. Like, they can say that, everyone we knew at Bandai Namco is gone. And, establishing current relationships have been difficult, let's say.
Indeed.
Anyway. So, anything else of note?
Not really. Just been kind of chill.
All right. Well, Galix, you're up.
Been pretty low key around here, I think. The weather continues to warm. I almost finished Super Robot Wars 30 last night, but I still have to shoot down the final boss, or last time. So maybe I'll do that during Fragments today, or not during MSP today, we'll see. I say just, but the final boss has like 2 million hit points or something. And I think it resets when you get it down to half.
Fine.
But that's fairly standard, and part of it's just so you can get everybody to attack it and get their lines in. I finally have the first version of my Diablomon deck assembled for Digimon card game. I'm not sure about it's strictly Diablomon. I did a lot of the recommended decks or a lot of other people's decks include a couple of other things. But the only non-specifically Diablomon things I put in for it are a couple of the black version of the Izzy Tamer.
Yeah, Black Izzy's super good.
Uh-huh. And Black Memory Boost options, which are
The
just
only
color
problem I
based.
have with that is most of the Diaboromon stuff you want is white, so you can't grab it with that.
Yeah, but it's still nice to get a little extra memory. That's the
Fair.
main reason I have it, especially because some of this is for the metagame of me and my friend specifically.
Fair.
And he generally tries really hard not to give the opponent too much memory.
Yeah, the choke game is fun.
So it's to see if it helps with that. And again, I haven't actually tried this out yet, so I probably need to I bought more cards than I needed because I didn't know which ones I was going to use most of. So I can actually send you the list later and you can look at it and tell me what do you think, I guess.
Yeah.
Um that's about it, I think.
All right. Well, I guess it's my go. Let's see. Actually, fairly busy this week. Let's see. In the sense that I'm trying to set up a doctor's appointment because that throat thing I mentioned a couple weeks ago, my throat node is quite swollen right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's been going down a bit in the past few days. So, looking at stuff online, it's probably just an infection. Like,
Yeah.
but in order to be sure, I'm trying to schedule a checkup, and I'm having problems with that because the doctor's office I called are not understanding my insurance. So,
That's odd for
I,
Florida, but alright.
well, I mean that's kind of the thing. Like, I'm telling them, okay, I'm getting my insurance from Medicare, and they're like, Florida Medicare? I'm like, no, Medicare. I'm like, there's like these are apparently two different
Oh
things
my
with
god.
different cards. I gave them my number,
A lot
and
of states do have their own versions of things.
yeah,
Although I think having it actually have that name would be a little bit weird. The main one is literally called Main Care, so
my point is, I'm like, I have the national, not like, and they're like, was it issued in Florida? Well, yes, in the sense that that's where the card comes from, but it's the national thing. And I'm gonna have to go down there Monday to sort this all out, so that my
fun.
insurance. Yeah, I'm like, this. I believe they call the adulting. So, uh,
Yeah.
you know, which is why I'm glad that you know this thing isn't that serious, or at least it doesn't appear to be that. So, anyway, so on top of that, I got to take my cat down for his checkup, um, because he's going to need flea medication soon, and I mean, like, he gets stuff that you have to get the signature of a vet.
Mm.
So, got to take him down Friday, and I guess just as a coincidence, my mother is getting a checkup on Thursday, like just kind of unrelated to everything. So, but I guess it's checkup season. So,
Yep.
hopefully, I get things sorted out on Monday because I was not happy the other day because I'm like, you know, trying to explain to them that this is not the thing that they think it is. Right? So we'll see how this goes. I may be, I may be very angry next week.
Fair enough.
Now, anyway, so that I think is the news. So merrily we
All the
shall.
news that's fit to print that we don't even print.
Yes, thank you. Mike. So this is where we ordinarily do the interview, but since it's a sudden fill-in week, here's Heaven's Vault. trying to remember where we left off. Like I remember
we just left that one planet.
Yeah, I was about to say we just transliterated a whole bunch of things that I do remember. In fact, that was pretty much the episode. I want to say I think we're heading back to the university.
That is definitely, yes. We should sail to Eox and tell Miari what we've seen.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I suppose we should go do that.
Onward to justice. Wait. Eox. Plot course. Fly me away.
I mean, the landscape does look like it's from a Pure Mood CD. Like I could imagine this being set to Enya.
But this isn't the Orinoco.
No, but I could definitely see Sail Away working here.
Yes. That was the joke. The actual name of the song is Orinoco Flow.
Yeah. No, that's Enigma. Or is it Enya or is it Enigma who sings that?
Live
Orinoco Flow
research.
is definitely Enya.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I guess the robot has decided to not be a chatterbox. I can't tell. I can't tell if this is a good thing because, let's face it, like just watching the currents here isn't very interesting. There we go. There's some inner monologue to spice up the cloud moving.
Spice up the voices inside of our head. Wait a minute.
I mean, that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Truly riveting.
Yeah. Well, what can you say? It's a river cloud that looks like all of other river clouds.
Yeah, also the biggest threat out here is that you miss a turn.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Which is a little bit... I mean, on the other hand, I don't want to have more threats out here.
But it's like, look, it's only so interesting when you can't hear tubular bells over it.
You can always have the bells inside yourself.
And we are pontificating about robots for some reason.
I mean,
like
the open cloud ocean makes you a little bit stir crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm close to Eox.
Thank God.
Oh.
We got scenery now.
Everyone you know and love is dead. Credits roll.
I think that might be literally true for our protagonist here. I don't know. It doesn't seem she's very, how do I put this, personable. Like the kind of person who's definitely more comfortable in an archaeological dig than any sort of human interaction. Well, hopefully this works out for everyone. I'll tell you.
Alright,
It's not.
so I'm thinking 2 or 3.
Let's go with 3 because I think he's dead.
Yeah,
I
we
guess
weren't sure, but he looked like he was dead, I think.
You want me to let 6 answer this? Yeah, probably.
you certain.
Yeah, let 6 answer,
Yeah.
I guess.
Or you can go and check. We followed his trail.
Mhm.
It's not our fault he went to multiple places.
Yeah.
We found a dagger.
Let's go with Remba left us a message. No, no need to tell him about daggers. At least not right now. The hopper malfunctioned. Then there was a robot. Let's not go with the crazy stuff.
It spoke to me. I mean, we can make this real spicy and go with 3.
I think we go with 3. Let's press some buttons because this is very boring right now.
Alright, we're gonna go philosophy major on this one, boys.
Does it make sense to you?
I guess we can mention the dagger.
Sure.
Show her the crown.
You think we missed something?
Yeah, let's go with the miss something. Like with that fucking tone, fuck you, lady. Are you sure? Like, it's not in. No, which is a lie. Uh huh.
Oh. Okay, so
What?
yeah.
You had to show her the crown.
Apparently, this game has multiple endings.
Yes. It is only a crown. And now she's a fucking chatterbox. So you're going to keep it.
Alright, so I guess we leave?
Sure. Well, looks like can we ask for more things? Let's make sure.
Yeah, there's a way to not do that, but I don't know what it is.
that would go through the door. Let's ask about the observatory.
I'm guessing 3 or 2. Probably
Two.
3.
Yeah, three was something. I think that's where that was from.
Wow.
Okay, not as helpful.
I'm thinking 1 or 3.
Mm. I'll go with one. I'll lose this one too, Professor. Remember, sometimes dead is better.
I mean, 6 hasn't been that bad.
Not yet, anyway.
I guess leave?
Yeah, that seems like a good idea at this point.
Leave the moon.
Well, maybe we should talk to other people on.
Oh.
Don't leave, because
Whoops.
there are other people
Yeah, I keep
here. On the,
forgetting that this one has other people that you can talk to. I should be
Mhm.
able to just hop off the ship.
I don't know. This game is pretty unforgiving about backtracking.
Well, I guess we'll.
Oh, so you can let 6 sail. Good to know.
Anyway, back down to the planet.
Yeah. Okay, I guess they want us to go to what, Elbreth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Guess there. Yeah. Guess there's nothing else on the university for the
I mean,
moment.
there might have been, but like I said, this game is not very forgiving
Right.
about backtracking.
Yeah.
Vaccines. So robot wants some cheese with his wine.
Yeah. Oh, apparently we basically make 6 do it in fast travel. I'm okay
Mm-hmm.
with this.
Yes, especially since we've seen this journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very interesting.
Also, apparently, this game gets more interesting on multiple playthroughs. It, like on multiple playthroughs, you get completely different translation scraps.
Mm.
Maybe not the gate first.
Well, it's like I think everything we need is beyond the gate, though. Like there
Oh,
wasn't a
is
whole
it?
lot in the town area outside of it.
Mm.
Oh, right. None of the people outside liked us. Not that most of the people really inside really did either. So,
like I said, we control a very prickly pear. You know,
she doesn't look like a cactus.
like
I know.
she's got
I know.
she's got the personality of one. Like,
Alrighty.
I think we go back to the merchant.
Yeah.
So this is the guy that you could ask about stuff, and he'll buy stuff, but you don't have to. You don't have to sell it.
I could never forget the sliver of your tongue. That's a good word for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, show him an artifact.
Yeah. Like,
We can see
we
what he
need
has to
some
say
direction.
about it. We might. I wouldn't sell him anything though.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, do we really need money?
No.
Okay, apparently
Your shop
your
is
shop
full of
is.
stuff.
Mhm. You must have a lot of friends.
Oh no. Can I use the dagger on him?
Have his secrets. Like, this guy is getting sketchier by the second.
I mean, he was always pretty sketchy.
Yes.
This isn't the person we were actually here for, though.
No, but it was a good idea to make sure that, there wasn't anything here.
Yeah.
Um, that wasn't the sharpest of tools. Yes, teasing you. I'm like,
It can be both.
yeah. Right. Right.
It's a work market.
So, I'm guessing we go talk to the lady, since there are very obvious hints that we should be talking to the lady who's selling something.
Cough, cough. Chekhov's gun. Cough, cough.
I don't think it's supposed to be this instantaneous.
Fair.
Oh, God.
Maybe we start a revolution later.
Okay, let's go before the robot starts handing out poorly xeroxed pamphlets. You got keen eyes, traitor. Yeah, is there something you want? Is there a point to this?
I want your body.
Your mind goes to strange and terrible places.
I know.
You have my. Better than what you are? Like. I feel like we've just gotten into a bout of space racism.
A little bit. Little bit. If somebody starts coming out in hoods, I'm multi-foring this shit, alright?
I mean, how are we defining a Sayori here?
Fair.
If you go out of business, I won't shed a tear. I think that if this game would allow it, a knife fight would be breaking out here soon.
Now, don't stab people with priceless archaeological relics.
Yes, we keep talking.
Oh no.
Accidents happen. Oh, that doesn't sound innocent, lady.
Yeah.
Nope. Sounds like you don't look after them very well. Like, some OSHA violations.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to be here.
Like, and I have seen hired workers from you. This is starting to cut into some like deep Balkan hatreds.
Yeah.
Like, do you know who it was?
Oh fuck.
Like I said, oh, that's not good. Was Renba a customer?
Sorry, it made me pick something because it was going fast.
About almost 3 weeks, perhaps. Or
Oh, can the enough talking just get us into a knife fight minigame?
we found that out with 80 days. The answer is yes.
You could try to talk to the guy.
I want to talk to the man brought back.
I just want to talk to him.
Oh boy.
Oh my fucking god.
I won't. I don't think we can make that promise because, quite frankly, I want this lady's face to be broken. Like,
What's a walkies?
We're at the point where I'm about to fucking just
I'll pay him. I won't pay you. Fuck you, lady.
I mean,
like, look, again. If violence were an option, we'd be choosing violence right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's to say that we won't let him go 2 seconds later? I don't think this is the well thought out plan she thinks it is. Like, let's go with the "you are free" thing.
You might not get to ask him questions then.
Well, I mean, after this, we gotta wrap up so we can move over to the topic.
So I guess 2.
Yes.
Yeah. I am curious about what the other thing means, though.
Uh,
I'll take you to Eox. Yeah. We'll put you in the library.
alrighty. So I'm guessing you were hired by a man from Eox.
Yeah, I guess. Or how did you break your arm? But
Interesting. So where did Renba have you working? Uh, let's find out how he broke his arm before we proceed with that other line of questioning. Seems like a good point for it.
Oof.
That's not good.
So
Yeah.
I'm
What were
guessing
you digging that? Yeah. What were you digging that you needed a winch?
a very deep hole. I'm guessing we're just gonna go there,
Yeah.
assuming Homeboy
And,
remembers where it is.
well, let's ask him.
Oh boy.
You want to go back there? Guess we're stuck with him.
Alrighty.
Yes,
Boop.
I think we are ready to go.
Boop boop ba doo boo. Boop ba doo boo.
So I guess next time we will track down this dig site.
hmm
One
which
might say, well, fly
maybe
me to the
which
moon.
which may be the end game, but we're not. But I'm not sure.
No, I don't think it's the end game.
Alrighty. I'm just waiting until I can pause and make sure I can save.
Like, hint: the end game is when we go back to the present. Because
Right,
remember,
that's
we're
true. Yeah,
yeah,
this is
remember,
all flashback.
yeah, yeah. When we loop around again, that's when you know we're actually reaching the end. Anyway, as soon as Petty's got the music queued up, let's shift over to the next segment.
It is a rock in a sea of rocks.
With a lot of windy rocks.
Which rock? Then let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You can probably quit from the screen, right?
Yeah. Alrighty.
Right. Welcome to the topic of discussion. So, as noted in the past couple of weeks, we are in the season of not E3, as everyone is calling it. You know, like, is this really better? Like,
The answer is
but
no.
I guess it's what we got this year.
I mean,
So,
I guess it's a little bit inconvenient to cover. I mean, even for that, I mean, the news coverage is spread out a little bit more, so you don't have to have like one packed thing. So, but yeah,
yeah,
it's relative.
Like I've mentioned before, E3 at least made everything collective, so it's easier to block off a week of your schedule than try and fit, you know,
yeah.
line over a month's worth of stuff up.
And like, we still don't know when the Nintendo Direct's supposed to hit.
If
Like,
yes,
I think it's a reasonable assertion that there will be a Nintendo Direct during this season because, otherwise,
It's logical, but they have, but they haven't said anything yet. But they tend to announce these things like fucking 2 days before the actual thing anyway. So
yeah,
that doesn't mean much.
yeah. So on that, um, so on that note, we got Microsoft making their moves with the Microsoft and Bethesda 2002 showcase, or showcases, is more accurate because they had the big E3 style showcase on this past Sunday, and then yesterday they had the showcase extended, which actually is more showcase casual. Now, a lot more extended interviews, a lot, just a more relaxed atmosphere. Though they said that they weren't going to announce major things at the extended conference, they lied. Like,
Oh, it was just more time dedicated to the things
no,
they
no,
already
they
showed.
announced they announced major things at this extended thing. Like, I'd say the biggest thing that came out of the extended conference in terms of news was Valheim is coming to the PC Gaming Pass in 2022 and Xbox 2023. Now, okay, I get that Valheim isn't as big as it was, say, a year ago, but it's still a thing that's moved like at least 7 million copies.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still getting updates and all that stuff. It's not, it's like Among Us. Yeah, it's no longer the it game of the pandemic, but it's still big. Now, that's important to note. Like, or they showed off that there's apparently going to be a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that was at the extended conference. So, like I said, okay, it's not, announcing that the Game Pass is getting the Persona games levels of notoriety, but it's like these were not unnotable things either. I guess along those lines, the other big shocking defection yet thing was that Hollow Knight Silk Song is going to be in Microsoft's camp. and nobody saw it coming because, well, once again, Microsoft and indies not exactly a combination that's not necessarily gone together, but always works out well. Like,
it's still going to be on PC, but I'm sure it will do well on other consoles once it's out of the exclusive period.
yeah, and that's the other thing. People have been anticipating this game on the Switch because Hollow Knight did really big business on the Switch. Like, keep in mind, like, Hollow Knight is a game we actually covered around the time of its PC release. In fact, the version we reviewed was the PC version. This is before it hit any of the consoles. We covered the game before it got big. Like,
well, before it got that big.
right. I'm like, yeah, like, it wasn't small going into the Switch release, but I'm like, if I'm recalling correctly, I think it sold like 1 million copies on the Switch or something, like a very high number. So to see Hollow Knight Silksong on the Xbox was almost head scratching until you use some deductive reasoning here. Hollow Knight Silksong is about as hyped as an indie title can probably get in the current environment. Like, especially if you listen to the Hollow Knight fan base. Good Lord, guys, tone it down. Like, you all are getting fucking scary over Silksong. I know updates were sparse, but when you look culty, you might have a problem.
When you make the Animal Crossing fan base look fan, you might look sane. You might need to tone it down a touch.
Yeah. Point is, like, Silksong is it's a very heavily anticipated game. I get that. And clearly Microsoft got that, so they offered Team Cherry a sack of cash, and they said yes. So, that's why we get the Microsoft console exclusive thing here.
Also note that it was still announced without a release date, but they did say afterwards that everything, specifically including Silksong, that they announced would be out within the next 12 months.
Yeah. I'm like, and let's see, outside of those, yeah, well, we had some other interesting games, like Scorn looked, if nothing else, really interesting. Like, and, we had some other games like The Last Case of Benedict Fox. And I could go down like the indie list here, and yeah, that looked interesting. But I'd say mostly this was definitely, this was an Xbox and Bethesda conference with the expectations that comes with it. I suppose also what was notable is things that were not there but were expected. Like the Indiana Jones game that Bethesda's working on, or the oft-rumored 007 remake, remaster, whatever. Like, those weren't there. And what Microsoft showed off, from their first-party stable was, well, once again, a lot of stuff you would expect from Microsoft. Here's a new Minecraft spin-off. Here's a new Forza thing. A new Forza Motorsport. Apparently, this is a reboot. And I once again ask, how do you reboot a racing game?
I don't know, man.
Like,
Forza games don't have, like... Reboot is usually a thing you do in a series that has continuity.
Yeah.
Where the point is to get rid of all of the continuity that can lock out new fans and give them a new entry point that resets the thing to a sort of new beginning.
Something deep racing lore.
Well, I'll let you in on another little secret. The other reason why companies will call a thing a reboot is because they're afraid of the number.
That too.
They were just flat out afraid of calling this like Forza Motorsport 8.
Why? Mario Kart 8 did fine.
I don't know. Like, you tell me why they're just calling it Forza Motorsport, even though a Forza Motorsport already exists. And thus, this game will never be called Forza Motorsport. It will always be called Forza Motorsport 2022, 2023. I've
Yes.
ranted about this shit before, but I'm going to rant about it again because stop doing this, game companies. Stop putting out games that already have titles in them. Because
Dear
it never.
everyone who makes art, please be more careful about using new titles that have not been used, especially for things that would easily be confused with yours.
Because once again, nobody calls it Doom. Nobody calls it Sonic the Hedgehog. Nobody calls it Mortal Kombat. It's Mortal Kombat 9 or Mortal Kombat 2011. It's Doom 2016. It's Sonic 06. These names don't fucking stick. This is a very specific pet peeve, but it really peeves me off.
I can tell.
Like, anyway, perhaps the most interesting new product shown from a Microsoft studio was Obsidian's Pentiment, a medieval narrative adventure. Like I said, Obsidian's been having an interesting arc under Microsoft in that they are actually being able to release games. They do have the big project Avowed, but like last year they put out the 4-player, I want to say survival game, Grounded. And that's still getting updates. In fact, they had an update thing for here. And I guess, another big thing that happened here that was oft rumored and did get confirmed was Hideo Kojima is collaborating with Xbox, specifically the cloud. He didn't say anything about what he was making. It's just like, yeah, I'm making the thing for Xbox. I'm glad to use the cloud technology. And I'm just like, fucking Saitama. Okay. Look, I'm long past the age or the gullibility of getting hyped over a vague announcement, especially over something like cloud technology. It's like, let me know what the actual thing is and why it needs to use the cloud before I get excited. I'm not one of the people who drools over a Hideo Kojima game. Granted, a lot of that is because I hate Hideo Kojima's writing. I think he's a fucking hack. But that's neither here nor there. It's like, this was just, you're doing a thing with Xbox. And, people were still worried enough. Oh, no, and he's still got a relationship with PlayStation. Like I said, it was just a, he's doing a thing for Xbox. That's it. And by the way, another reason why I don't get hyped for this kind of announcement, oftentimes this is where it ends. It's like this could develop into literally nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, and, well, the show closer was Starfield, which, yeah, that looks like a Bethesda RPG in space.
Yep.
Like,
borderline looking like Hello Games should sue.
Well, it's also God only knows the bugs, because this is literally the biggest Bethesda game ever. So it's gonna be wonky.
Somehow one of the bugs hacks fucking NASA and brings the ISS down on all of us.
Yeah. Anyway, in portents of the future, we did have a few Blizzard announcements here. Even though, they haven't bought Activision Blizzard yet, and, this is the Xbox Bethesda showcase, it's still a welcome to the family moment, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because they did announce that Overwatch 2 will be going free to play October 4th. And that Diablo 4 is entering beta testing.
I'm sure this means that Overwatch 2 is doing great.
Potentially. I don't pay attention to that.
All that I have heard about Overwatch 2 basically is that it is insufficiently distinct from the first one.
Well, I mean,
and they largely just want people to buy all their skins again.
Shocked.
Sounds like Blizzard.
Let's see. Other Japanese games. We had Team Ninja's Wulong Fallen Dynasty announced, which I want to say is the follow-up to Neo.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. Like, it's not a sequel. Like, Neo is a done thing. But I think it might be the team. Don't quote me on that. And like I said, everything else here is kind of that gray slurry mush that a lot of Microsoft conferences become.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had an extended look of Redfall. I'm like, it was a very unmemorable game, even though like they're trying to hype up the lineage of Arcane. Like, we'll see. Let's see. And anything else of note from the extended? Oh, right. Epic and Microsoft are going to be teaming up to bring Halo merchandise to Fall Guys. Like, also worth noting that this will be happening June 3rd to July 4th. This is going to be shortly after the game goes free to play. We'll see how much of an injection that actually provides Fall Guys, because you want to talk about 8 games of the pandemic. I think this was the first one. This is the first one.
Until Among Us hit.
Yeah, and Fall Guys didn't have the staying power that Among Us had.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, Among Us is a lot more accessible. I think it's one reason why they're going free to play.
Yeah.
The other is because Epic Games bought the thing, so they want to bring it free to play and steal it from Steam. So that's a thing that's happening in a few days. And yeah, I think that's about it for the Microsoft. Like I said, my overall thoughts are, yeah, that was a Microsoft conference that played out like a Microsoft conference for the most part, with some. Well, I'll grant them. You got a few genuine surprises there, Microsoft. I'll give it to you. I did not see the Persona games pulling a Yakuza.
One might say you didn't see that coming. Hey!
Yeah. So I'll give you credit where it's due. Anyway, any other thoughts on Microsoft?
Not really.
All right. But yeah. So yeah. Don't know what we're going to be talking about next week, but once again, it's a bit of a roll of the dice. We had and I guess if nothing else crops up, we could talk about the PC gaming show, which also happened the same day as the Xbox thing.
Or we could grind our axe on Doom Eternal. Or not Doom Eternal, what the fuck? Diablo Immortal or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, that's possible. Like I said, this month is just a mass permeation of news. Anyway, so that'll about do it for this installment of Fragments of Silicon. Once again, we want to extend our hope to Joey that his father-in-law will make a speedy recovery, and we'll see him in August. And anyway, so the week ahead, we do have a new installment of MSP planned for about a half an hour from now, let's say. We do have a guest lined up, and the full crew will be back, so actually looking forward to that. Like, although I would not be surprised if Arias still isn't well enough to join us. Like, let's see. Anyway, so happening on Friday, June 17th, we'll be having Magnus Jansen of Nuttery Entertainment, or The Nuttery Entertainment. It seems to go both ways there. They're the creator of a few games, like the most recent of which is Whiskey Zombies. Like, so look forward to that. And let's see, on the Sunday reviews, we'll be having, let's see, impressions of Temple of Snek, as in snake, but you know, that goofy meme way.
Snake, but cute.
Yes.
Not that snakes aren't cute. I meant but spelled cute.
Yes, yes. And this is its actual name, Temple of Snek. Ugh. Anyway, Street Racer, that's Petty's. Like, Super Hunchback, Gollix. And I want to say, like, I think this is Dynamo XL. It's either that or it's Daimyo, and that doesn't make sense. Anyway,
you could have a daimyo who just really needs plus sized clothes.
Well, it's not that. It's a minimalist arcade game where you draw diamonds. Like, yeah. So it's daimyo, like diamond. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. So anyway, so until about a half an hour from now, I shall wish you good gaming.